Hi guys, Marissa here again. Today we're going to look at some awesome pictures of algae under the microscope. Let's get started. The images and videos of algae under the microscope we are looking at today are provided by the UTEX Culture Collection of Algae at the University of Texas at Austin. The UTEX Culture Collection is an amazing place that maintains more than 3,000 strains of algae, which contain more genetic and biochemical diversity than all the zoos and botanical gardens in the world combined. Thanks, UTEX! Okay, let's get started. Acetabularia crenulata. This is an extraordinarily large unicellular alga capable of growing 1 to 10 centimeters in height. The cell has 3 body regions: rhizoid apices, which act as roots and house the single nucleus of the cell, the stalk, and the cap, which resembles a flower. This alga is also known as the mermaid's wineglass. This alga may grow alone or in groups and attaches to stones, shell fragments, or bits of wood in shallow protected areas of reef, areas of coral rubble, or adjacent seagrass beds and mangrove areas. Spirogyra pratensis is a filamentous alga named for their beautiful spiral chloroplasts. This alga consists of thin, unbranched chains of cylindrical cells and can form masses that float near the surface of lakes, ponds, and streams. It is capable of both vegetative reproduction and sexual reproduction by conjugation. Botryococcus are green, freshwater algae that form dense colonies. This alga secretes large quantities of long-chain hydrocarbons that can be used to produce gasoline, kerosene, and diesel. However, they are slow-growing, so they aren't the most efficient source for biofuels. It is believed that current petroleum reserves were formed from similar hydrocarbons produced by related algae millions of years ago. Let's watch as this algae produces oil. Look for more tiny bubbles to form at the top. Rhodymenia pseudopalmata is a red algae found in the Atlantic and Indian Oceans and the Mediterranean Sea. This alga is about 4 inches long and is epiphytic on kelp, meaning that it grows on kelp but does not depend on it for food. It receives nutrients from the small ponds of water that collect on and around the host plant. It is nicknamed the rosy fanweed. Haematococcus pluvialis is a freshwater green alga, but during times of stress, like bright light, high salinity, or low availability of nutrients, it accumulates a red pigment called astaxanthin that gives cells their blood red color. Astaxanthin is the most powerful natural antioxidant known and is a valuable nutraceutical dietary supplement. Haematococcus is currently the only known natural source for high concentrations of the bioactive form of astaxanthin and is therefore of great commercial importance. Spirulina is a filamentous cyanobacterium valued for its production of proteins, carotenoids, and vitamins. It is a marine species considered to be a healthy food source for humans and animals and is grown commercially as a food additive and nutraceutical. You may see spirulina as an ingredient in a green smoothie. Lepocinclis fusca are unicellular organisms that are common in bodies of fresh water throughout the world. These cells lack a cell wall, but instead have a pellicle made of proteins located underneath their cell membranes. The pellicle has striations ornamented with pyramid-like structures that form a spiral pattern around the cell. Other features that can be observed are the large ring-shaped parmelan granules composed of carbohydrate molecules used for energy storage, multiple green chloroplasts, and a red eye spot that acts as a light sensor. Let's watch them move. Micrasterias radiata is a unicellular alga that belongs to a group of algae called desmids, which are ancestors of land plants. The cells of desmids are divided into 2 mirror image halves called semicells. The 2 semicells are joined together by a narrow isthmus that contains the nucleus. Now it's time for you to identify some algae using a dichotomous key. A dichotomous key is a tool phycologists use to visually identify algae under the microscope. It's your turn to try.